That's definitely my biggest annoyance in playing Control. When people, like, they get all these kills for nothing.
That's a rank tip for you guys. Play the objective.
Yeah.
Just hop on the hill. If you hop on the hill, you'd be surprised how fast you can actually win.
They're always looking for SR, like how to get more. They don't win. It's like, because you don't play the objective. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. I've always thought about it this way, is that I would rather we lose making a good effort play, knowing that we were doing the right thing, than losing thinking of the potential of, dude, if you were here or like we were doing this, we would have won.
Welcome everyone to episode 161 of the COD Casuals. We're your host, Justin.
And I'm Mike.
How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing great, bro.
Yeah?
I'm doing great. I was telling you beforehand, this like past week at work has just been hell.
Yeah.
It's just been so stressful. But today I turned in 3 things and my internet finally back online at school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned that, but it was out for like 2 weeks. We talked about it.
Yeah,
but then, Friday they made it like available to us so we can go on there and actually use it again. 2 week drought. I mean, dude, you know, this is ridiculous. Talk about some nonsense. So they go and text us. Well, my vice principal does. He's like, hey, the tech people are here. This is at like 3:10. He's like, hey, they're here if you want to drop your laptop off to get serviced by these guys so to work. My class ends in 5 minutes. I'm like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
And then I've got to go do other stuff afterwards. And I got work. I got to go drive to lessons. I'm like, I can't do that. So I call out of work, like just thinking, well, I'm not going to be able to make it there because I have to do this. They're like, well, if you can't do it, then on Saturday, we're going to have techs at this other school in Lowell. You can drive there and they'll do it. I'm like, am I getting paid for this on my own time because of your fault?
Yeah.
Middle fingers are flying.
Yeah.
I was so pissed. I was like, you guys are disgusting.
Yeah.
We could go Saturday. You could go on your day off. I'm like, that ain't my day off, bro.
Yeah.
And you think I want to go and now waste my gas money on something that's your problem?
Yeah, dude, that's so
insane.
Yeah.
So you guys got a lot of nerve.
That's how America treats teachers, dude.
Oh, I know, bro. Don't even get me started on that.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I mean,
ridiculous.
look, I get it. Well, I'm not a teacher, but my girlfriend's a teacher, and I think she should be getting paid like $200, maybe $250.
Yeah, right.
I mean, the stuff that she deals with.
Oh,
she works with. She's in special ed.
Yeah.
So it's like,
oh, dude. I mean,
and then the parents are fucking awful.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's like you can't. I'm like, you can't blame the kid because it's not the kid's fault, and the parents are just ridiculous about stuff. I'm like, all right, at least with like your kids, like you can blame the parents. You can blame the parents and you can blame the kids.
Yeah, I mean that's even that is tough because the parents.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying it's not.
They're
tough.
just like the kids.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So I'm like this kid who takes no acceptance of any wrongdoing, and then you go and write him up, and then you talk to the parents. And they do the same thing. They're like, well, he talks about all these other students. I'm like, here we go. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not talking about those people.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I'm like, now I know you're coached. Your child is coached by you to act like this.
Yeah.
You know, to just blame and never take responsibility for anything.
Sounds about right.
You know?
A lot of people, yeah. That's, I don't deal with that. Well, no, I deal with that. I deal with adults that don't accept
I mean, that's the thing, dude. For me, like, kids, I can get it because you're a kid. You don't understand that stuff.
Yeah, you get a pass.
Yeah, when you get to 8th grade, I'm like, bro, you got to get a grip on this stuff, you know? 5th grade, you're 11 years old. I'm like,
yeah. Well, in my eyes, it's like once you get to high school, it's like, get your shit together. Not like completely. Like, it's not like you're a full-on adult, but you should know what's right and what's wrong. Right.
Like, you shouldn't be acting a fool all the time if you're like 16, 18 years old. It's like, dude, really?
Yeah.
Like, it's not funny anymore. It's not cute. It's sad.
Yeah.
And then when you're in your 20s and 30s, like the people you deal with, I'm like, bro, are you kidding me right now?
Yeah. The people that can't accept that they're wrong at all, or that, they just don't take responsibility when they mess up. When it's like, it's not even a big deal if you mess up. It's just like, just own it.
Right.
Also, no one cares if you screw it up.
Right.
Because everyone screws up.
Right.
Yeah, it happens like every time I mess up at work, I'm like, shit, sorry.
Yeah.
and we move on.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no one cares like
Right.
that much. It's not that deep.
Right. No, exactly. It's not that
Yeah.
deep, you know? Well, I had kids who like, they'll go and, like it was on Thursday or Friday. No, it was definitely Friday. There was someone who like, they kept making this like squeak noise. Like, I don't even know how to like imitate it, but I was at my desk, like doing some work. I had already helped them. I'm like, all right, you know, you guys got your time. You know what you have to do. And I kept hearing this and I just stopped. I got up. I'm like, who's doing that right now? Like, I'm like, you're not in trouble. I'm not going to write you up or anything. Who's doing that? Just tell me. And they're all just sitting there. I'm like, this is the most quiet you've ever been. And now I'm in your face. I'm like, someone tell me.
Yeah.
And nobody told me.
Yeah.
You know, they start going like, he's doing it. What? No, I'm like, yep. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm like, pathetic.
Yeah.
I just sat back down.
Who's gonna be the tattletale?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, who's the rat? Who's
Yeah.
the rat?
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, they just can't be like, it was me. And I'd be
Yeah.
like, can you just stop?
Yeah.
You know? I'm like, that's all I'm going to say to you.
Yeah.
But no, man. I mean, we like going off of that though, you know, thankfully back in it. This whole daylight savings, bro, cooked me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah,
I'm tired.
dude. Same. I mean, Saturday morning, I woke up. I wasn't even out that late. I got home at like 12, and I was like, all right, you know, pretty solid. Go to bed. Get up at like 7:30. I had work at 9:30. I'm like, not that bad. And I get up at 7:30. I'm like, I can't get up right now.
Yeah.
No way. And then I set my alarm. I woke up at 8:30, which I like never do. But I'm like, okay, now I feel good. And I was freaking out. I was like, why am I so tired? And then I looked at my clock of my car, and I was like, what? I was like, what's the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been killing me.
Yeah. The good thing is that we get an extra hour of like daylight now.
Yeah,
But-
dude, we're recording with the sun out.
Yeah, I know. So like the sun, by the time it's I don't know, by the end of April, like going into May, the sun's gonna start setting around like 8 o'clock, which is awesome. But yeah, the transition sucks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I went to bed like the normal time that I usually do, like around like 12.
Yep.
And I woke up and I was just still tired.
Yeah. Oh,
Even though technically it was 11.
right.
But
Yeah, that's gonna be it's gonna be a tough one to just get over the next couple of days. Then we'll adjust.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, we well over the past weekend too, we went to the Boston Breach watch party at Foxborough. Shout out Helix.
yeah,
That was a really good time.
it was good.
I always like going to those.
The outcome was not good, but being at the event was good.
Yeah. What the fuck's up with that?
Yeah.
Fake
Yeah.
fans, bro.
Yeah. Boston got sweeped.
Yeah, they got smoked.
Yeah.
I mean, it's there's no way to sugarcoat it. They played FaZe.
Yeah.
And FaZe has just been looking so good. But we were trying to be a little bit optimistic because they took Optic to Game 5.
Yeah.
And Boston should have arguably won it. But like point being, they took a top team to the like final map of the series, and we're like, okay, maybe they could, you know, get a couple of rounds on FaZe, maybe take it map 5, but maybe like if they lose like 3-1 close games, I'm not going to be devastated. And I was devastated.
Yeah. The 3-0 sweep was a real 3-0 sweep. It wasn't really competitive.
No, it was
Which,
not.
yeah, I was worried that we were going to get our food and the games were going to end.
Yeah.
That's how quick it was.
Oh yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah.
And the games were supposed to start at 6. And I'm pretty sure the games ended at 6:15.
Yeah.
They started.
You're right.
Because the day just went by so quick.
Yeah.
Because the CDL schedule sucks. But
yeah, it's terrible.
yeah, it just went by so fast. FaZe went 12-0 back-to-back like games in search.
Yeah, they're so good. Those guys
They-
are just like they're on another level.
They were just running at
Yeah.
people. I mean, granted, Boston wasn't really doing the best at trading, and if you just watch the mini-map, I think anyone could look at it and be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, no one was watching anything. Like, I don't know if comms were even happening. Like, they're just down. They're probably still in their head from the Optic game that they, again, arguably, they should have won.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing too. Like we've had those before. Like when you're down so much in a game, I'm sure most people have felt that before. When you're down like over 100 points in a game, it's so hard to mentally bounce back from that. Like I saw it on the flank. They talked about. They're like, when you hear the teammate being like, "Dude, we just need 160, we're good." You know,
Yeah.
like what? He's like, it's over.
Like, we're fine. We're fine.
Yeah. Or like
good.
someone, or they start going like, "Dude, like everyone, just come on, let's start talking, bro."
Yeah.
Like, we're too quiet right now. That's when it's chalked.
Yeah.
When you have to try to get people back to baseline.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm sure they were still in the pits from that game yesterday because they would have just been on like a massive high if they won that. So they went into that probably already down. And again, playing FaZe, like they're arguably they're like top 3 best team right now. Well, top 4, but this split they've looked insane.
Yeah. And Boston has one more match. So, I mean, by the time you guys listen to this, they'll play Seattle already. They're going to 3-0 Seattle. And what's crazy is they still have a chance to make winners bracket.
Yeah.
For Major II in Miami, which is just shows how bad the rest of the league is outside of Optic, Ultra, and Optic.
Well,
FaZe.
Yeah, and New York too.
Yeah, New York.
Like those top teams just run it. And it's crazy. I saw too, like there's teams that are 2 and 5 and they can make it to winners.
Yeah.
And I mean that's
it's close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Yeah, I think we're 2 and 4 right now.
Yeah,
pretty sure. So I mean,
yeah. So we go 3 and 4, and then we can make winners. Seattle, we should beat them.
We should beat them.
Yeah. I think if we don't beat them, then that's really rough.
They need a win before going to the major.
Yeah, they have to.
They just need some momentum because the thing is, we watch the Optic game and you see the glimpse of it, and you're like, these guys can win. It's not like these guys are bad players or anything.
Yeah,
we have a world champ on the team. And Asim and Slasher, Slasher's another world champ, and Asim and Slasher won on Vanguard together, and Priest has won multiple events, and they got Snoopy, who he was in contender for like Rookie of the Year, but that he's insanely good. Like they just need to rally together. Yeah, There's just so much involved in the team. Like you don't know if they're just not clicking or if they're just getting frustrated with each other outside of the game because in game, they're already frustrated.
Right.
We don't know.
Yeah. And I mean, that a big thing too, you see it at the pro level and even just at casual rank play, if you've got your squad of 4 that you always play with, or for us, just like us 2 playing, if you don't have someone on that team who's not firing on all cylinders, especially at that level, your team is at a massive disadvantage, and same just with chemistry, with them actually playing and working together on the map and then their overall performance. If you're one person on the map that's really struggling, that's going to be really hard for that team to try to bounce back and compensate for you. And at the pro league, I mean, forget about it.
Yeah.
If you're not all gelling perfectly and just working in perfect harmony on the map, it's going to be a wrap for you.
Yeah. And you need chemistry in and out of game.
Yeah.
And the last thing you want is players to you're not believing in your teammates anymore because, loss after loss after loss, it gets tough. But if you start thinking like that, it's already over.
Yeah.
It's chalked.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope they can go into Seattle and just get a quick 3-0, some momentum.
Right. They definitely need some momentum. Or at least with a confident win coming out of that, going to Miami, because otherwise, I think it's going to be a really rough major for them.
Yeah.
If they don't end up getting that win, I mean, that's a team that's in shambles. They're like a broken team. Seattle is. So I think they should make light work of them.
Yeah, and Boston needs points.
Yeah.
For champs.
Yeah.
Because they can't. Even if they win this, I'm pretty sure a couple other scenarios have to happen for them to make it to winners. But last thing we want is for them to lose this and then go to Major II and then just get first rounded and we get no points.
Yeah.
And now we only have 2 majors left and they're just fighting to qualify for champs.
Right.
And if they get first rounded, I mean, I don't want them to make a roster change, but again, who knows? Right, because they already did make a roster change. And I would say this is the best Boston team we've had since Breach has been created. So, that's insane.
Yeah.
That just shows how good the league is.
Yeah, and the thing too that's tough about it is say they do make a roster change. I mean, we're not like experts on this stuff, but who are you going to get that's at that caliber to replace them with?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, of course there's better players that are like, in the league right now, but one, none of those guys are going to leave their team. Like all the talents at the top 4 teams. So then you're taking a risk on a lot of like unknown players. And I mean,
well, it's a risk regardless, like making a change, because a bunch of other teams, if they get first rounded, they're going to make a change too.
Yeah.
And then you're basically just swapping players, but yeah, you have to, but also you're taking the risk of, is that player going to mesh in a month?
Right.
Like,
yeah, the guys they'd have to poach from would be their academy team. They'd have to have someone like Pentagram or Cammy or I'm trying to think who else is on that team. Shawnee and who's their fourth.
They need a sub though.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to need someone to match that speed. And I was saying before, like having to take a chance on him, like that's what they did with Snoopy. They took a chance on him, and it paid off at champs. Like I mean, at least with him, he was not a bad player. He was not the reason they lost. So it's tough, like having to delve into the unknown variable of a player. But if you get desperate and they're like, look, we got to make champs. You're out, bro.
Yeah.
And we're just hey, if we fail, even if we have you, we were gonna fail anyway.
Yeah.
I guess you kind of have to have that like do or die at the moment.
Yeah, because you only have a month. But yeah, I think their fourth is Cruz. I think that's who their fourth is. But I think
you're right.
Yeah, they need to make a change if something happens.
Yeah, they gotta be ready for it.
Like that's always a possibility, like in the league at this point.
Yeah,
because there's not really time to waste. So I mean, we'll see. But the watch party overall was good. I mean,
sick ass poster.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got it right here.
Yeah. Let's see that.
Yes. Exclusive poster.
Yeah, bro. You know what you should do is you should go and since you got 2 of them, go auction it off.
Not
rare, one of one.
No one's getting that,
bro. Well, it's funny, man, because like I told you when I sent a poster of the one that I got framed from Major II or Major 1 rather. People were like, "Oh, dude, like I need to have that. Like I want to have that." And we talked about it before. Like we got memorabilia from these things that like they only made like 50 of them or something like that.
Yeah,
they make a handful of them and they call it. So it's a cool moment in history where it's like, oh yeah, this city, like whether it's Minnesota or I know Toronto does them, Boston, like these guys host these watch parties. And make exclusive stuff for it. I don't know if Toronto and Minnesota do, but I'd imagine they do something similar.
Yeah. I have no idea if they like release limited edition like posters, stuff like that. But it all depends on like your location, right? So we're lucky enough that we're close by.
Yeah.
And like I always say, this is part of like esports history, regardless of whatever happens with the CDL. Like this is just memorabilia that. Yeah. But also like it's just cool to have because we can say that we've been to the both Boston Breach majors.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, it's pretty dope. We're gonna have it until we're like dead and gone.
Yeah.
I'll have it in my man cave at my future mansion. Check this out.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get that thing framed at some point and then figure out where to put it. Yeah. I got one more spot. You see it?
Yeah,
top left corner.
Yeah.
That's it.
It'll work nice there.
Yeah.
It'll work nice there. You'll have to get rid of that poster though and put it somewhere else if we do another one, because then this has to be your Boston wall.
I know. I mean? Well, my corner here is supposed to be Boston, but I'm just getting too much.
Yeah.
I'm getting too much.
Yeah. Too much merch right now. But yeah, so we did that, that was always a good time. It was good to see some people there we'd seen before. And then we've just been playing a little bit of ranked. I've been off the past couple of days just because work's been brutal. But I'm this week I'll be on pretty much every day because I can actually chill for once. And the ranked grind's been going good. I'm almost plat 3. You've hit diamond 1.
I've hit diamond.
Fucking animal.
Yeah.
Fucking animal.
I've hit diamond.
Talk about the grind, Justin. How was
it? Was
give us your thoughts.
I mean, the days that you've been off this week, like I hop on, play handful of games, but what matters is like getting the win.
Yeah.
So like most of those days I'd hop on, play 3-4 games, win all of them, sign off. Don't risk it.
Don't risk it.
And then hopped on, played with one of our friends, and then I stayed on like longer usually when they're on, and we won like 5 to 8 or something like that. And we're like, all right,
There you go.
wins. And I hit diamond before him. He's like, what?
Yeah.
How? Because he's been playing like way longer.
Yeah.
But I just know when to call it.
Well,
Or I'm just a better player. You tell me.
I mean,
Maybe I get lucky.
I love our boys, but Justin, I mean, come on. What's the SR you're getting here? Like, let's do.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Come on. The SR doesn't
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah.
The SR don't lie. No, I mean, I think that's what he does a lot. I mean, like, we love this guy.
Yeah.
But man, he's like the opposite of us in that when we start to kind of lose it, we haven't really gotten there, you and me. Like, most of the time when we get like, we got a hard set, we're just like, hey, we get our 4 games, pretty much done. You know?
Yeah, that's
for
good.
the most
Yeah.
part. That's kind of how we are. We don't go on like if we're losing and losing and losing and then just keep on going. I mean, first off, you and I don't lose and lose and lose like that,
Yeah.
you know. We'll maybe lose a couple in a row, but like I can't remember us losing like 7, 8, 10 in a row. Or that one night we did.
Yeah.
That one night we did. That was
It was MW2, right? Yeah, MW2.
yeah, that was a forgettable night.
Yeah.
That was terrible. But man, after a while, like he'll play and he's like, dude, my hands are killing me, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'm in shambles. I'm like, bro, get off the game.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
don't be playing anymore. You
yeah.
gotta call it at some point.
Yeah. Well, great. Like, we play every day, but it's just, at the nights. And then on the weekends and stuff, I mean, we haven't had those days where we're just sitting and grinding, like, ranked all day.
Yeah.
We just get the wins at, we get our wins and then we call it.
Yeah.
But then, obviously, like, every now and then it'll line up where you're free and I'm free and we just grind out ranked. But I never get to the point where, like, my hands are killing me. And we play, like, we've put in those, like, 8 to 10 hour days and, like, my hands never feel like that.
Bro. Yeah.
So I don't know.
I can easily say that I've never played any game, COD like included, long enough where my hands have been killing me. And like you said, like we've had those days where we've literally played from like 9 a.m. I remember that time we played with my friend from college, right? We played we were on all day.
Yeah.
All day. From like 9 a.m. to like 9, 10 p.m. we played.
Yeah.
And my hand wasn't hurt. Like I needed to get food.
Yeah, yeah.
But like I'm not over here like, dude, stretching out my thumb and stuff. I'm like, bro, what are you, 50?
Those days are fun. I mean, like, especially
those are the
too
best days.
when you hop into ranked, and I would say for the most part, you and I will go positive in terms of SR and just get a decent amount of wins. But yeah, our schedule just hasn't like aligned on that yet. But yeah, like also we're just different players too. Like he plays a lot faster than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. As Aches would say it, I'm a system player. I'm not a superstar.
Yeah, you're not a superstar.
Hey, I'm fine
you're
being
a star. You're a star, but not a superstar.
Yeah. Put me in any system, and I'll play what you need me to do. And,
Right.
And we're good.
Yeah.
I was getting yelled at like the other day at some guy. He was like, "Why? Yeah."
Oh Jesus.
I wasn't
the fuck
I wasn't
wrong with this
talking.
guy? What were you doing, bro?
We were playing Invasion Hardpoint, and it was a P2, and I spawned out. I spawned like towards the palace, and it was like one of the random like split spawns, and I was farming them there, and the guy was like, "Get on the fucking hill!" I'm like, I'm trying to like spawn kill these guys,
Right.
And first off, no one's in front of you, so you can run up and get the hill. So I don't know what you're doing. I had all my teammates unmuted, and he was the only one talking, and he just kept yelling at me. And then we went to the P3, and he's like, "This fucking guy doesn't know how to play. This guy's Diamond 3 that's yelling at me." I'm like, "Okay," and
He knows his shit, bro.
Yeah, he's getting
a legend.
shit on.
I was gonna say, was he up at the top with you, or is he getting
was at the
absolutely
bottom.
smoked?
He was at the bottom.
Yeah, fuck him, dude.
And
He's gonna be
then,
like that. Bum.
I think like after the first set of hills, went back to P1. I put my mic on and I was like, "Dude, we can win this. Like,
Right.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And like hop on the hill. Like, you need to be my hill kitty.
Right.
Like, get on because
Right.
I'm frying and all you're doing is complaining, and they're not like the people that we were playing were not that good.
Yeah.
You just suck and you're getting in your own head.
Right.
And then I told him to be my hill kitty, and he got pissed.
Yeah, bro. Dude, that's trolly as fuck.
Get on the hill.
Be my hill kitty. You'd be like,
And then,
what the fuck? That would check me, bro.
and then he was just quiet after that. He was just calling out normally, and then we ended up winning. He's like, "Let's fucking go." I'm like, I didn't say anything. I just stayed on mute after that.
No, I don't blame you. I mean, dude, you've got no reason to hop on the hill. Now, if you're talking about control,
Yeah.
it's like that's a different story.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, you should definitely hang back if you get the kills and hop and stack that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But, dude, hard point, like, no, you don't need to be that guy. Like, what map was it again?
Invasion.
Yeah, were you running the AR on it? Or you,
Yeah. AR, yeah.
I mean, dude, even still, like, you could run around a bit. But if you're just playing smart and, like, you know, like you said, you're spawn killing them, as long as you're getting those kills, what's the problem? You know, it's like, dude, you go, like, you're watching one side, or, you know, watching one lane. Just get on the hill.
Them. Yeah, I'm
just get on the hill and watch the other side.
Put your ego, dude. I'm happy to hop on the hill if my teammates are frying. I don't care.
Right.
I'll clock the time.
Yeah.
But
all the time.
He would just run. He would push up past the tank where P2 is.
Yeah.
Run up the street into like the office or ice cream shop, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
And like die. I'm like, dude, why are you running past the time?
Right.
Like, I got it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's just people like I think they get super antsy in certain situations. It's hard for people playing COD to just do nothing because sometimes doing nothing may be your best option. You know, if you're looking around and like teammates frying, another teammate's got, you know, another lane covered, and you know, there's really nothing else for you to do right now because they're getting all the kills. It's like, all right, I'm just gonna sit here. You know,
Yeah,
but people start tweaking and they start running around like, oh, dude, they might go here, they might do this. It's like,
trust your teammates.
yeah, exactly.
Trust them, especially if they're frying. Like, just trust them.
Yeah. No, there's been times like where we've had those guys on a team who they've taken over, and I'm just like, all right, like whatever. Well, I'm just gonna do fucking nothing. I'll end this game if I end this game with like 9 kills, but I've got 250 in the hill.
I get SR. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, dude, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't need to try to make up for it and be like, dude, I've got to get some kills too. Like, for what?
No. Just kind of just pick a lane and just cover it.
Yeah.
Like, if your teammates are pushing up, But no, when it comes to control though, that's when it's different. I was telling you a couple nights ago or something like that, but now I can I get maxed out with Crimson players, and I feel like playing the higher ranks is not easier, but it's more predictable because they're playing like how you're supposed to. So I read those players easier, and I'm sure vice versa. Like same with them, like they just know when players are gonna hit like certain timings and whatnot, right? Because you're up there in the ranks. And we were playing high rise control, and I was farming these guys so bad, like 4 down immediately right off rip. I got 3 right off B. Jesus. And I'm like, stack the hill, and the teammates, no one, just me on the hill.
Really?
But then we get another 4 down. Stack the hill.
Yeah.
Nope, everyone's just watching. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing? And then we get 3 down, and then another 3 down after the whole squad wipe. We get 2 ticks because I'm on there by myself. I'm like, God, we need 1 tick. Just hop on. I need one other person. Right. And then all of them like die pretty closely at the same time, and then I just get flooded by 3 people, and we don't get.
And it's your fault.
Yeah, they're mad. They're like, "Why'd you chow?"
Bro,
like, I don't know what to tell you.
I would fucking lose it. I mean, I already do. Like, I'm like, when we play, I'm always that guy. It's like, collapse.
Yeah.
Collapse. I'm like, come on. Especially when we play with our other 2 guys. They'll just be running around. I'm like, no, come back. I'm like, we got 4 down.
Yeah.
You don't need to. It's like, no, you 2 just stack. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm like, you know how fast this goes up if there's 4 of us on here? I'm like, they're only play. I mean, I hear it all the time from pros. They talk about it, like the importance of doing that. Because, man, when there's 4 people, that hill, it goes so fast. Those ticks fly. They're not going to set up any play.
Yeah.
They're just going to run in like morons.
Exactly.
And you just are like, all right, they're going to jump shot us. Like, that's their only move that they can do. So just get ready.
Yeah.
Like, we're all here. We'll play for trades. We've got this.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a 50-50. I'd rather play 50-50 than, take the chance.
Right.
Of everyone, like, dying at the same time.
Yeah.
And, I get it if one person's frying and they're already pushed up into spawn and they're, like, farming them. But the other 3, like, just hop on the hill. Like, on high rise, for example, if you have someone watching the B lane and someone top heli, like you're exposed. You're too exposed.
Yeah.
If the person B lane can get pushed up into a corner or something, fine, I get it. Like you're just causing like chaos and annoying them. But the person on top heli, like, I don't care if you can see through it. There's a chance that you can just get ripped and like they'll headshot you and you die. And now we're down one person. Just hop on the hill. Like I'd rather risk, those people like just running in.
Yeah. No, I would too. I mean, I've always thought about it this way, is that I would rather we lose making a good effort play, knowing that we were doing the right thing, than losing thinking of the potential of like, dude, if you were here or like we were doing this, we would have won.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that stuff drives me nuts. Where like if we have, 4-stack on the hill and say we get gunned for whatever reason, like it just happens. I'm like, well, we had a good play there. Like we did what we should have done. And had a good setup, and we got gunned. Like it's as simple as that. I will admit to getting outgunned. I will hate eating losses where I'm like, bro, what were we doing?
Yeah.
We just had an awful setup. We were not playing together, thinking just thinking about the game completely the wrong way. We thought like it was too complicated. I'm like, just think simple.
Yeah, yeah.
You see 3 down, I'm always like 3 down. That's 3.
Yeah, they're thinking too far ahead, which I get. You need to think like the next step ahead, but. You also gotta cap the point so you can get extra time.
Yeah.
If you don't have the extra time, you can't think of the future.
People want to jump to like, fucking Z when they haven't done A, B, C, D.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, just like one step at a time. Let's get the kills and then stack that way. That's definitely my biggest annoyance in playing Control is seeing that just when people like, they get all these kills for nothing.
Yeah. That's ranked. So tip for you guys, and I think every pro player says it, like how to be better at ranked. Play the objective.
Yeah.
Like just hop on the hill, and if you hop on the hill, you'd be surprised how fast you can actually win. Yeah. Like if they're always looking for SR, like how to get more, they don't win. It's like because you don't play the objective. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. Yeah.
You're getting too wrapped up in trying to get frivolous kills. That
spawn them out. Like I get that, but if you get a whole squad down, like within maybe a second of each other, you got to stack that. Like on Invasion, when everyone like the break off, everyone goes A. If you get 3 down and then the 4th one, like a second after, you'll maybe have to fight one gun battle with the first person dying, like spawning up. You'll maybe have to fight them. But at that point, if you have 4 on, like if they kill one person on the point, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, it doesn't matter at all. I mean, there's just, I don't know. I feel like a lot of that stuff, maybe it's because we've played a good amount of it and like, other people listening, like they just learn this stuff after a while, like trial by error.
Yeah.
Or you watch enough professional Call of Duty and you just kind of in game replicate this stuff.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, I've talked about it and I know you have too. Like the best time for me to play COD when I feel the best is after watching Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Like after I watch pro COD, I don't even need to I don't think as much because I'm just kind of doing what they're doing.
Oh, it's such a placebo effect. Like, and you said it before, like people don't know how to do math. Bro, we're playing Skid Row Hardpoint and we were on the P2 and they broke us. It was and we lost this. Like we were up the whole time. It was 225. The enemy team, they had 225. They broke us with 19 seconds left. And then they got that scrap time. And my teammate was like, hit it, they're going to win. I'm like, what the fuck is 25 plus 19 or 18 at that point? Do you not know that this game's to 250?
Yeah, it's 43, bro.
Yeah, and he's like yelling at the team. And then
what'd you guys have? What'd you guys have for time?
We were at like 210, 215.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't have one on that either way. Yeah. But he was like, they're going to win. I'm like,
nah,
dude. And then the 2 teammates like ran with him to hit old.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, they don't.
Right.
They don't win.
And did they do what I think they did?
Well, yeah, they all died on old.
What happened to the spawns?
Oh, yeah, the spawns got fucked.
Yeah. I'm like, now they win.
Yeah.
They like 243, there's 50 seconds or 59 seconds. Like, now they win off this, bro.
Yeah, they win off the P3.
This.
I'm by my
fucking idiot.
I'm by myself 1v3. Back alley by myself.
God.
With no trophy.
Yes, wait, what map you say this was again? It was
Skid Row.
Yeah, Skid Row. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like
they all die 3 down, 1 on the hill on P2, and then I'm like, they're not winning this. And then 3 hit me from laundry side and just
that's it. Yeah, that's it. I mean, again, you think about like talking about timing and stuff. If you're up at that P2 on Skid Row, right? How long does it take you to get from there to the P3 on foot? Like, you're out of the play.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to make it. With that amount of time you got left on the hill, like, or to win, you only needed like 12 seconds.
Yeah.
Bro, they are going to be flying at you to get this done.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. I've been like, fuck that hill. Like, let's just lock out like the back laundry, have someone like, stair glitching mid. And then, if they're going to be spawning back there, like, just lock that in. Yeah. You're good. And,
we already had the spawns.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They're spawning P2.
Yeah, and then they screwed them up.
Yeah.
And then
I don't know who thinks 25 plus 19 is 50.
Bro, some people.
That's some easy math.
Yeah,
like,
bro,
right there.
They need to go back to school.
Yeah.
Maybe, or maybe they're still in school.
I was pissed. I was so mad.
Yeah. Well, again,
I'm like, what do you mean they went on this hill?
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. I'd be like, bro, you're bugging. You don't know what your math is anymore. But yeah, that's the thing. Those people, they don't think about, like, when we talked about before, thinking about the long game, like thinking ahead. Like, that is, you got to think ahead on stuff like that. When you're early into the game, like, you can let, a couple hills slide, like, let like 20 seconds go if it's not a big deal, if you're still playing close. But dude, you need to be thinking about, like, we need these spawns or need to keep these spawns because they're going to be spawning, P5.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to be spawning, back P2, P5, like, right in between there. Like, dude, if we get kills here, like, on the row or just while we're on hill before the next one pops, it's pretty much GG's, And to my point before, I would rather lose that way, knowing that we did the right thing. I'm like, we rotated because that time doesn't matter on the P2.
Yeah.
We rotated. We lost our fights. We sucked on the gunfight.
Yeah,
but hey, we did the right thing.
Yeah. And someone's probably going to clip it and be like, oh, well, you guys are saying don't think far ahead. Different game modes.
Yeah.
Like, Hardpoint is all about staying, like, a step ahead.
Yeah.
When Control is like, you have to play for the kills, but also it's the objective doesn't move.
Yeah.
It's the same place.
Yeah.
But we still won that.
Yeah.
Well, no, we didn't win that one.
Say, did you?
We queued up with them after again, and then we won the next game.
There you go.
But yeah, I don't know what people are thinking. Like,
they're
that's
not thinking,
that's
bro.
quick
That's
math,
the problem,
dude.
That's the problem.
That's very quick math.
There you go. That shows that people can't go. They can't use their hands, play Call of Duty, and do basic math at the same time.
Yeah.
People can't go multitask.
No, they can't. They can't.
Bro's over here is like, hold on, let me get the math.
Yeah.
Let me get that calculator.
We don't have time for that.
Yeah, I'm like, dog.
But yeah, that's been my diamond journey.
Yeah, dude.
It's I mean,
I gotta be there soon.
Yeah, honestly, it wasn't that bad. Again, I was just hopping on, getting my wins that I needed, and then getting off. And now I'm like relatively close to diamond 2. I think I need like a little over 400 more SR.
That's not bad.
Yeah, but I'm not getting 100 anymore.
Yeah, you're probably getting like what, in the 60s, 70s.
Yeah, so like really, really good game. When I played last night, I got like 83. Yeah, it's like, okay, that's solid. That's solid.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I just again.
What do the losses look like?
They're like 25 to 30.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I remember when we were in like the Diamond 3s, some of those losses would be like...
Well, yeah, but that's because we were playing against like Plats and we were losing to them.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. No,
67.
I think like 30s, like if you match up against the same division as you, you lose 30, that's like default.
Yeah. No, that's probably right.
As long as you're winning and you're getting more than 30 SR, it's like well over 30 SR, it's good.
Yeah.
Because once you start getting to the Diamond 3, that's when you're winning like 35 SR. Right. You lose 30 SR. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's going to take forever.
It's pretty easy for us now to go positive within a night. Like we win 2, we lose 1, or like win 2, lose 2. Even if we're still at like, like a 2-2 record, we're still positive on the night.
Yeah.
Because we'll win like between 70, like we're doing 60 and 80 SR. What is that? 140 SR. Then if we lose 2 games, we're losing maybe 25 apiece.
Yeah.
Like we're still up for the night.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you get to that realm where it's like, I remember on MW2, you'd like win 40 and then you'd lose 30. I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
This plus 10 a night ain't cutting
Yeah,
it.
it's not cutting it.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I need to go like plus 100 for the night.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
You
I need
gotta
some big wins.
Yeah, you need like an insane win streak.
Yeah, you got to be purple,
just on it.
purple flames all day.
Yeah.
But now I did play. I played hella early Saturday morning. Like when I got up at like 8:30, I played. I immediately got on because the double XP weekend was on.
Yeah.
and I grinded a decent amount during the day because work ended up early. I grinded up until we had to leave for the watch party because I was just playing. I was in the cycle on DOS House just playing that 24/7 playlist. Yeah, bro, my hands were feeling. I was just like that shit. It's a workout playing on DOS House. Trying to get the ranks in because like I don't know where I am now. I'm over 350, but I'm just like trying to make sure. I'm like, dude, we got to hit this 450. Like,
well, yeah,
like we'll get it.
We're pushing it, but we'll get it. Yeah,
I
we
know.
are pushing it.
I know that's the thing. I'm just like, dude, like, I'm looking at the days. I'm like, I'm like, I could do this. I'm like, but
then a week goes by.
Yeah, I know exactly. Like, I'm like, a week goes by, and I'm like, I did 12 levels. I'm like, that ain't good.
Yeah. I mean, again, we haven't been. It's a shame because this game's so much better than MW2. We just haven't like been consistent about like playing every single night.
Yeah.
And the games, and like we play rank too, obviously, so that's not like the best SR, but yeah, in the weekends, I haven't really been hopping on until like the night,
like hella late,
so
it's like we just got stuff going on, and like you said, it's funny because we love this game. Like
this game's so much better.
I want to play
than
this
MW2.
game way more than like this game is not. Again, it's not a struggle for me to play MW3 as compared to MW2. MW2 sometimes it was like, all right, let's do it. Like let's go play MW3. Like I sat like I played DOS House just like in that playlist. I could do that for hours. Just because the game is fun to play.
Yeah. Well, the most recent update is funny because like I've been. I mean, I always spawn in and play Control, but they're rotating in like way more maps now for Control.
Oh yeah,
like I've been getting Hotel more. I've been getting Mercado. I've been getting like Dome. Like so many of the.
What is this
maps.
bullshit?
I don't know.
I don't like this.
Like
I mean, I do, but I don't.
It's so weird. Like it's fresh to an extent. I mean, Hotel's fun on this game.
Great map.
Yeah, and Mercado's like, they play the same. It's funny. You're just quicker though.
Yeah.
I played a lot of Mercado and Hotel last night. Played a lot of Dome too.
It's weird. I don't think I've played Dome yet on this.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, I started getting it after the update. But, I mean, MW2, I will say, is way easier on Dome because you just kill so much faster. Yeah. And this, it's like, you got to get a kill and just, like, wait a little bit.
Yeah.
And then go for a kill. But it's fun.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Like, I do like how they reuse some of these old maps and stuff. Like, it is good. But then sometimes, like, depending on the quality of the maps, I'm always just like, I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Like, Mercado. Come on,
yeah. Well, they added all the MW2 ones.
What's the Crown Raceway?
Yeah, Crown Raceway, Farm, Mercado, Hotel, and then Dome was technically from like last year too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
it's a kind of a strange update adding those maps in, or just getting them more in the control update. Yeah. I've seen that too with some of these, like on Twitter, people were complaining about the rotations, like these playlist rotations for Warzone. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing. It's just like, what are these guys doing, Yeah. Like, why would, they're over here, like there's all these other things that they could be working on, but they're like, yeah, let's go throw Farm 18 into Control. It's like, really, dog? Like, that's at your list?
Yeah.
Like, who cares about that?
Like, who's
asking for that?
Luckily, it is like a somewhat of a nice refresh, even though we're going back to the old game.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, dude, there's only so much Invasion I can play.
Oh, my God.
That's
why Rio's the god.
It's just Invasion. I'm like, dude, this map's... It's fun, don't get me wrong, but like, God...
Yeah, that's why any of these new maps that they're adding, like I'm all here for it.
Yeah. They should be adding like MW3 like remastered maps.
I know, bro. Well, I'm still waiting on that. I'm waiting to see Resistance. I'm waiting to see Sea-Town. What else is there?
Mission.
Arcade can stay over there.
Yeah, Arcaden. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think any of those maps, they would be like instant hits in this game. They'd be so much fun to have them in there. But will they ever come in MW3? I doubt it, unfortunately.
Yeah, probably not.
You know. So we've just got like a bunch of other random bullshit to be worried about.
Yeah, maps from last game.
Yeah, yeah, and everyone's switching over too, man, to this fucking. They're gonna be switching over to the COD mobile shit.
Oh yeah,
whatever this is like the Warzone mobile.
The Warzone.
Stuff. I made a note about it because I saw that from our talk last week. We weren't sure if it was going to be the same ID or if we had to make a new one. Apparently, it's going to be the same ID that you have. Which the more I think about it, the more that does make sense.
Yeah.
But dude, again, like my whole thing with that, like, why would you want to be playing Warzone on your phone, bro?
Yeah.
I can't see that.
Yeah. Well, it's just clear that Activision wants to like Warzone's their baby now instead of like multiplayer, because COD Mobile is not like you don't link it to your account. Yeah. But also COD Mobile, like it's fun. They have just like top hit maps from every single game, just all in one. So yeah, I mean. Cool, you can play Warzone on your console and PC and then pick up your phone and play it too.
When was the last time you played Warzone?
I don't even...
Months?
Yeah, I mean, probably the last time we played. On
Dude,
MW2.
Yeah. It's funny, I had a kid at school ask me about it because he's like, what's your loadout?
Yeah.
When I play COD?
Yeah.
And I was like, I wrote it down for him.
Yeah.
Because it's the same one as, what's his name? My sub from my rival, well, both my rival and MCW. They're taken from Cammy and I think Pentagram. It was like, you know, their classes. So I just went on Twitter and I went in my camera roll because I have them screenshotted and I just wrote it down. They're like, use this for Warzone. I'm like, bro, Warzone.
Yeah.
It's like, dog, I don't play Warzone at all. I'm like, I've maybe played like 20 games total of Warzone, like 20 or 30. I've barely played
Warzone loadouts are
way
different. It's like you want an MCW with like an ACOG sight on it.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, it's good.
You want like an LMG.
Yeah. And I mean, you get those classes on a multiplayer too, and you can fry with them.
Yeah.
But I mean, you and I just run, you know, what the pros do. And the pros run basically like, you don't really put too much stuff on it.
No.
I mean, you use all 5 attachments, but you don't use like funky ass like attachments and like sights and stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty like bare bones.
Yeah, but he was like, man, I've never used the MCW. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, bro, that's the best gun in the game. Like in ranked, that's what everybody uses. You know, he's like, man, I just play Resurgence and playing Warzone. I'm like, I can see like in that you'd probably never use the MCW.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're playing pubs or playing in rank play, yeah, that's the gun.
Yeah.
You know?
And those people in Warzone probably get cooked in multiplayer because they don't know.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
No, I think it'd be a lot harder for you to make the transition from Warzone to being in like, you know, pro like CDL stuff or like in ranked as the other way around. Personally,
yeah, I agree too. People are gonna be like, "That's a hot take."
Yeah, I don't give a shit. That's not a hot take. That's a fact.
It is a fact. If you're a really good Warzone player, I'm sure that translates like somewhat to multiplayer, like into ranked. Let's say,
yeah,
because there's a whole debate between like CDL pros versus Warzone pros. CDL pros like win it every single time.
Now
that's not even like that shouldn't even be a argument.
Yeah. Now I would say like, you know, to put like asterisk on this, like Warzone pros can definitely compete in like CDL. Like they could, you know, like if you play it enough, you can get really good. I think the whole debate is like, could a CDL pro like right now go drop into Warzone like in a tournament and win compared to a Warzone pro just like getting out of Warzone and immediately jumping on a pro team who would find more success? I think the CDL pro 10 times out of 10 will find way more success in Warzone. I mean, look at Scump, like what he was able to do.
Yeah, you know? Like Warzone pro players, like they're really good, but multiplayer is just completely different.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can make that argument the other way around too, but CDL pros are, I mean, you're going up against 4 other people on the map, like over and over and over again.
Yeah,
like and some of the best players in the world. Yeah. When Warzone, you can just hide in like a house and just kill people from the back. So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's hard to see how people can really defend that take. I just think I think it's pretty obvious. Yeah. You know, but it's two divided communities trying to find a common ground there. You know?
Completely different communities, but I'll always be on the side of pro players.
Yeah.
CDL pros, whatever. I mean, like you said, you can take Warzone pro players and put them in like the like amateur scene, and sure, give them like a decent amount of time, and like they'll get there.
Yeah, they'll do fine. Yeah.
Make it to the CDL. That's questionable.
Play on the top team. Doubtful.
I would take Seattle Surge, worst team in the league right now, against the 4 best Warzone players any day. So
there you go.
Yeah, like by far, I would take the worst CDL team against like a Warzone pro team.
Now, what about the worst CDL team versus the best pro team?
Well, what was it? So
worst CDL team versus the best AM team. I think I may have misspoke. How do you think that the worst CDL team would do against the best amateur team?
Oh, I mean, like, that's like 50-50.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, we know, like, pro players, like, they're in and out of challengers all the time. I thought you were saying the worst CDL team against the best Warzone team.
Oh yeah, that'd be tough to measure.
I would still say the pro team's like destroying them.
Yeah,
maybe not destroying them, but they're gonna win. I'd bet like on them completely.
Yeah, I would too. But the best pro or the worst pros versus the best AMs, that's a tough one. That's kind of like a coin flip for me.
Yeah, because it's I mean, just remove the CDL out of it, and like technically they're all amateur teams until your top 16.
Yeah,
so,
right.
You know, like. This whole CDL, like, it defines you as a pro team because you're in 12th place, but the best amateur team, like, the best amateur team could be made up of pros.
Right.
So
they could.
Yeah. Like, that argument's like,
well, a lot of times it is. Like, you look at Boston, like, these guys who just won, like, the 3 guys on there, Cammy, Pentagram, and Shawnee. Like, they're all former pros.
Technically, yeah.
You know, technically, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like kind of fugazi. Like you call them amateurs. I'm like, bro.
It's just a title. Yeah.
I'm like, dude, those guys, they're pro players.
If you took the worst CDL team and the best Warzone team and then put them into Warzone, might be different. I would say the Warzone players still have an edge, but I would not be counting out the pros, like CDL pros at all.
Yeah.
At all.
No, I wouldn't.
Because their brain just works like so differently.
Yeah. I would say too, like overall with these guys, I mean, like, and it's something that people struggle with. Like, I think if you're a top Warzone guy, or even like a top, like, you know, you're on a CDL player, I think like you can make that transition into other FPS titles really easily. Like if you're a top Warzone guy, I think it would not be that, or like nowhere near as difficult to become a top Apex player or a top Fortnite player. You know,
yeah.
I don't think that would be like unheard of difficult for you to do. Even if you're like you're on a CDL team, if you want to be doing that stuff, like yeah, of course there's a learning curve, but I think that move is definitely doable. I mean, we saw a lot of people talking about this with that game X Defiant. Like whenever that comes out, people are like, you know, are pro players going to make the move over there to that game? Because it's like an old school COD game, you know? And like, yeah, they would be instantly good at that game, you know? They know how to play it. It's just like Call of Duty. It's like, you know, dialed back a little bit. So I think that's something too. These guys could just move in and out of these FPS titles, no problem.
Yeah. I mean, it's all, again, like BR is just a completely different category than just your everyday like first person shooter.
Yeah.
Like it still is first person, but it's categorized as a BR.
Yeah.
So,
but dude, could any of those guys go and play Siege? I don't know about that.
Yeah.
That's a whole other realm.
Well, yeah, that's again. Could they all go play League? No.
Yeah.
No shot.
Yeah.
People that play League of Legends are on like a whole nother level. They're way too smart.
Yeah. Like playing League of Legends. Those guys, like, they could go play Valorant. They could go play Apex.
Shooters.
Yeah, all shooters. Yeah, but if you go to any like big
strategy.
Strategy games like that,
Yeah.
forget it, bro.
Yeah.
You're a pro Diablo player.
Yeah.
You get absolutely flamed.
Yeah. It's just so different. Yeah. But
it's a different realm for sure. Something I wanted to ask really quick, since I saw it was kind of interesting. I can kind of close on is I saw that. I mean, we know about David Vonderhaar. I think everybody knows about him being like he was the godfather of Treyarch, and all those great games that he brought to us. But he had left, and then he had started this whole company called Bullet Farm. I saw that he's looking to kind of take a step back or an attempt to go back to old school gaming. And I don't know what he means by this. I don't know if that means he's gonna be like throwing his hat into the ring for like FPS titles. But if he did, I'd be very, very interested to see what that looks like.
Yeah.
Because we talked about this, many episodes ago with X Defiant when that came out, and that's been delayed over and over again. But that is still a direct competitor to Call of Duty. And it's got the support behind it, but it's Ubisoft, right?
Yeah.
Like they're not always known. Another one. Take that back. They've got what? They got Rainbow Six, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're known in that realm, but like in the realm of like Call of Duty-esque games, it's not really their thing.
Yeah.
But the game looked really good. But now Vandahar, if he went and made, can you imagine if he went and made another Call of Duty?
Oh yeah.
Like a direct attack against Call of Duty, try to make something that would be fucking sick.
Yeah, that would be insane. Is Ubisoft Battlefield? What's Battlefield?
That's a good question. Who makes Battlefield? I don't remember.
I don't think it's Ubisoft.
Let me go to Battlefield 2042. Electronic Arts. Yeah, no. DICE.
Oh, okay.
DICE is who makes that game.
Yeah. Well, again, Call of Duty's an arcade shooter. It's supposed to be an arcade shooter. If X Defiant was smart, they'd imagine if David Vonhar went to X Defiant,
bro,
instead. And hey, he doesn't want to work for anyone. And he created his own game.
Yeah.
And yeah, X Defiant's been delayed over and over and over. And I'm sure when that game comes out, it is going to be like a direct competitor. But at the end of the day, it's going to be a direct competitor to like competitive players. Like realistically, like all the COD fans are going to stay on COD.
I agree with that.
Maybe for us in the COD community, like we're probably going to see a shift depending how good the game actually is. Like who knows, right? As of right now, it's been delayed over and over. We don't know if it's going to be good enough for pros to actually switch over and making competitive. But like as Ake says it, he's like, this game is designed for not professionals, ranked in mind. But making like a ranked game versus like a casual game are two very different things. Like you need to have like a vision for like one.
Yeah.
And like COD is it's not made to be a competitive game, but obviously like we're all trying to make it competitive.
Yeah.
And it can be competitive.
But that mindset of like the people who are making the game, they just have to have that drive to actually make the game geared towards it that way,
Yeah.
But the main audience is always going to be in just like casual public matches. I don't think any game is ever like any direct competitor to COD is ever going to take away that audience. I think they're always going to stay true to what they know, because every year they know what they're getting. When if you have like an X Defiant game, like they may buy it, but I don't think it's going to replace their Call of Duty.
Yeah. No way.
Like you said, I think the people who take it, like, the Plat 3s and up,
Yeah.
or the Plats and up, those are the people who are going to go take it to like the next level and be like, all right, let's go try this X Defiant and really, put it through its paces to see what it is and how it compares to COD.
Yeah, because it'd be interesting to see, like, look at Rainbow. Rainbow was made for competitive. It was strictly competitive.
Yeah.
And, people love the game. So, and then when casuals like you and I go in, we don't know what we're doing, like, the community's insane. Like, they hate it.
Oh, yeah.
So, we'll see. It'd be crazy to see that X Defiant, they come in and it is, competitive, like, first, and then second is casuals, to see, all right, well, then what kind of support can they do for the competitive community?
Right.
Because if a big company, developer, like Activision and, Infinity Ward, Treyarch, all that, they can't get everything in for competitive, what can a smaller company do?
Yeah.
There's, like, pros and cons to both. So, we'll see. But yeah, with David Vonhar, I don't know what he's going to do.
Bro.
It'd be cool if he created his own game.
I always have faith in that, man.
Yeah. I don't know what he's going to do.
Yeah, I think only David knows what he's going to do.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, it's just like, it's something interesting. We'll have to keep an eye on it. Watch it like next week.
They should just give him the keys.
I know, bro. Dude, if they gave him Call of Duty, if Vonhar was the sole guy making COD, we'd have some of the best CODs of all time.
Oh, yeah. Just wait until next year. Or this year, technically.
Yeah, technically at the end of this
Treyarch. I mean, again, still believe in Treyarch. They haven't let us down.
Yeah.
Once.
Yeah. Again, we'll see how they are without him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Without him at the helm. Do they stay true to the vision, or was he really the guy that was holding the glue together?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see.
We will see.
Yeah.
Tune in next week.
Treyarch, they've got their hands in like everything.
Yeah.
I feel like they always have to help out with the competitive scene.
No, they do.
But yeah, I mean, MW3's thing is MW3 is really fun. We like the game, and then if we can go like back-to-back years with like
solid games,
good games, that'd be great.
Ah, man, that would be a dream come true.
Yeah.
Games where I'm not like, annoyed to get online.
Yeah.
I'd be really happy with that.
And maybe Treyarch will make me not mind Tax Sprint as much in their game.
Yeah.
Who knows? If their game's like actually that good.
Yeah. Now we'll have to wait till the trailer comes out, get more news on it.
Yeah, and it's gonna be weird, like probably like May. That's when like leaks start coming out of
it's only a couple months.
new COD. Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah. And we're on season 2.
Yeah.
We're on season 2 of MW3.
Yeah. And by that time we're gonna be into season 3.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, bro, the next COD's already talking about. It's like holy shit.
And by the time like we know it, summer's over and new COD's gonna be out. Treyarch game.
Bro. Yeah, it's just like, like that meme of Mr. Krabs and he's like standing there and like everything's blurry around him? That's literally you and me. Just in the COD world here.
The COD cycle. Yeah, I remember when MW2 ended, we were like, yeah, we got time for MW3, and then it just came.
We had like 4 days.
No, yeah, literally. We had, because the season went all the way out.
Yeah. Yeah, we hit our 1250. We're like, yep, we're fucking done with this game.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's going to be interesting. But in the meantime, we're enjoying MW3.
Yeah, we're grinding it out. So. Yeah, that's the plan. So again, we'll touch back next week after see how Boston recovers.
Yeah,
and more of some more updates here, more news that comes our way.
Yeah, and they'll be heading into Miami like the week that you guys listen to this.
Yep.
So best of luck to them.
Yep.
I really hope they
being the Major II champs.
Yeah. I really hope they can get some CDL points, like make a run.
Yeah.
We need points.
Yeah.
And they know that.
Yeah,
so,
they know it.
But we trust them.
In Boston, we trust.
Oh, dude, side note though, like before we end it, when we were at the watch party, did you hear the guys behind us that were like, well, the guys gonna come out and like talk to everyone after they got smoked by FaZe? I'm like, Slasher looked at the camera, got up, and walked away.
Yeah.
After they lost.
Yeah.
I don't want them to come and talk to us after that, because like how we feel. We're like, oh my god, like actual fans, like we're upset.
Yeah.
Those guys, like I'm sure they're fans,
right?
But they wanted to come and see the players, which I completely get too. But man, after you get 3-0 smoked by FaZe, and you're probably mad at each other, to be honest.
Yeah. The last thing you want to do is be going out there in front of these people that showed up to watch you play.
And you disappointed them.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, don't even bother, bro. It's good. Like, just hang out.
Yeah. Just
watch some fun.
Go in the back and chill.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to talk to us.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree. I remember hearing that, and I was just like, I think I know the answer, bro.
Yeah. You can go home.
Yeah. I'm like, pack your shit.
Yeah.
They're not coming.
Because these guys don't want anything to do with that.
Mm-mm.
It'd be different. Like, I think we've been to one watch party where they did win.
I think there was a time when Methods was playing with them, they did win a game.
Maybe it was 2 then.
Yeah.
Two. Yeah, 2. Because I remember that. It was like one of the first watch parties because it was Zenny, Tej, Cap, and Nero. And they came out and said hey to everyone. And then the second time was who was it? It was.
You're looking.
Oh no! It was Wake, Vivid, and Zenny and Nero.
Yeah,
they came out. Yeah, because I remember because Dents came out. I was like, "Yo, what's up?
Oh,
big
win,
big win!" Yeah, I'm like,
yeah, I remember that. Yeah, so they come out a few times when they've won, but
it makes sense when they win.
Yeah, on a loss like that, especially like in the fashion that they did. Yeah, no.
Man, can you imagine if they beat FaZe like they 3-0 or they go game 5 and they win?
Bro, I'd imagine those guys be fucking.
They come out, let's go,
let's fucking go. Yeah. I would be over here like fuck off.
Yeah,
go crazy. Yeah, that'd be nuts.
Yeah, well, we got to get a watch party where they get like a big win or something.
Yeah, I know, dude. That's the goal.
I feel like every time we've been going, and it's like they just lose.
Well, we'll see if they do any more watch parties this year. They may.
I'm pretty. The person that we know there, he was like, more watch parties will happen.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that'd be good. I get it.
And hopefully the schedule works out where it's like they're not playing an absolutely insane team. You know what I mean? Like,
that's just like the CDL as a whole this year. Like,
that's just the way it is.
The schedule's so whack.
Yeah, it sucks.
So whack.
Yeah.
And like, I get it from Helix's perspective too. It's like, you don't want to host like a watch party if they're playing on Friday when there's 2 games.
Right.
Like, there's a chance that, granted, there's always a chance because we were there for like maybe an hour tops.
Yeah.
And then we had to leave.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, then we left because they lost that quick. But imagine going there like Friday, 2 games. They're like the second game. And then either they 3-0, which would be good, or they get 3-0'd. And again, it's within like an hour.
Yeah.
And now the day's over.
Right. And of course, dude, like, how many people are going to show up, on a Friday, like a Friday at like, 5 o'clock or whatever it is. Like, I think the games start at 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, bro.
Well, what if the first game series like 3-0? And
yeah.
They started like
if they,
4?
if they had that, like, that would be hard for me to make. I'd be like, bro, I have to haul out of here.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't even be able to make that. Saturdays and Sundays, it's like, yeah, I can do those.
That makes sense because they're the longer days.
Yeah, exactly. They're the longer days. People are out of work, so they can come swing by.
Longer days.
Yeah, right. The longer days of 3 huge matches.
Yeah.
They could last about an hour.
Yeah.
That's it.
I can't believe they're just doing that. That schedule's just it's not good for like people like us casuals.
Yeah.
It's like you're just getting committed after game 2. And then the game's over.
Oh yeah,
like
no, dude,
you're like you put the first series on. It's like all right. Second game, you're like probably watching a little bit more. Then you're like, all right, I'm locked in. We're ready to go. And then you got 1 series left.
Yeah,
and it's over.
Oh no, it's awful. It's literally awful.
Yeah,
like these days they just go by so fast. Like I'm looking, I'm like, oh man, we got 1 more after this. It's like, dude, that's it. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I always go back and look at the VOD, and I'm like, there's only 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
What the heck happened?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously, you look back and it's just like, or you see like on the left side, it's like 3-0, 3-1. And then this one's up 2-0. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, bro, I watched no COD today.
And then you see the live streams where it's like 5+ hours. You're like, oh, it's a good
good day. You're in for a good
COD.
one when it's a long day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all like 3-2s, like close games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I base it a lot of on the flank too. If I look at the flank and it's like an hour and 30.
Yeah, not
like,
a lot to talk about.
Man.
Yeah. No,
but then it's pushing like 2 hours, if not more. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Games are good.
No, I do the same thing, man. When I see them being long videos, I'm like, we're in for it. I see the timestamps and like the games are like that,
Yeah.
Where I see one, it's like that. I'm like, okay, bro, they got cooked. they're just like, yeah, not really much to talk about here. They got absolutely smoked.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And speaking of the flank too, they're not going to Miami.
No. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? They say
they just couldn't get like things to work out.
Yeah.
Which does suck because they haven't gone to Boston. They're not going to Miami. There's only 2 majors left. The breakdown, Scump and Zinni, they're going, but they're not going to be at the venue. They're like renting. Wait, I think this is cooler because Scump said it. He was like, they're renting like an Airbnb and they're making it like a whole like content studio.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So like a bunch of people are going to stop by and stuff, and they're going to have stuff in the background, whatever. And
yeah,
I'm like, okay, that's cool.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, because Scump was saying, and Zinni, like Boston was really cool because they had their own room, but it'd be really cool if they were like in the room where the stage is.
Yeah.
Like you're actually in the venue and they're doing the watch party and you can hear like the background and stuff.
Yeah.
I think they do that in Toronto, but that's because Toronto's big enough to do that.
Right.
Like.
Yeah, that makes sense. A
lot of it's based on the venue.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, if you're at a space that allows you to do it.
Yeah.
Like same thing. Like I remember when they've done it at Champs. I don't know if actually they've done it at Champs, but like that venue, you could do it there. Like that venue that they've been at the past couple of years is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boston, it's like it's kind of hard to try to find a spot where you could do that. I mean, you really can't.
Yeah, the only place is like the mezzanine there, and like even you'd be clogging up so much space.
Yeah.
And you're taking away space from like
tickets,
Yeah, tickets, like family, friends, and also like people, big investors who are coming in and stuff. Like those are the best seats in the house.
Right.
And Grant, I'm not saying that Scump and Zinni are not worth it. Don't twist my words. Yeah. But Yeah, that's like a whole like table or two like just gone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, I could see it like that way, and again, that you're saying the foot traffic would be like a pain in the ass for everybody around there.
oh yeah, imagine like
Trying to go around that because there's probably some massive crowd around them.
yeah, exactly. Like if Scump is there, everyone from the crowd's going upstairs.
Yeah.
And imagine just seeing like a pit of just people up on the mezzanine, and then like a handful of people in VIP.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a good look.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a bummer though that they can't make it. Like
I know,
the idea for Scump is cool though. So I wonder what that's going to be like. I mean, it has to be super close. That would suck if you have to like drive a little bit to go to it.
Yeah.
I wonder what the turnout will be.
Yeah, I think they'll do it good, but it sucks for the flank.
Yeah.
Because now they're
That's
50.
two events in a row that they can't go and
Yep,
do it.
50% gone.
Yeah.
After the flank like tour too.
Yeah.
And that like last year that was good.
Yeah.
But
Can't do it.
yeah.
It is what it is. We're not going anywhere though.
Yeah, we're not going to Miami.
So fuck them.
Yeah. We'll see what happens at the next Boston.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll go there.
Yeah,
we got to make it out to like an optic event at some
that's on
at
the
some
bucket
point
list,
in like our life. We gotta
have to
make
go.
it there.
Yeah, make it out to Texas to go to one of them.
Yeah. So
That'll be the goal. We can maybe do it next year. See what happens. See what happens to those ticket prices.
we'll see what happens with the CDL.
CDL. To be continued.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I think we covered everything.
I think that's it.
Ranked. We're grinding. We'll get there. We'll get you to diamond. I want to hit crim. We'll see. I don't know if the time will allow that for me.
It may.
We got like 20 days. I don't know. That's pushing it because I have to hit 450.
Right.
And we're not.
That's gonna be some like. There's gonna be some nights where we're just gonna grind pubs.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna have to have those nights.
Yeah.
Pump the double XP tokens. Just grind that.
Yeah. So I mean, or they bless us with another like double XP weekend, and we just have nothing going.
Yeah.
on.
Be like, all right, bro. We're not playing rank.
I gotta be like what I was before I went on vacation.
Yeah.
What was that? It was MW2. I grinded like 80 levels.
Yeah.
Before I went, it was insane.
Yeah.
So I got to do that again.
Yeah. That's got to be the move. Just sit down,
I'm
really
hoping.
play all day.
Yeah.
Be like, job, no.
Yeah.
Girlfriend, no. Responsibilities, taxes, no.
I'm seeing my friends that aren't good at COD. They're already 450. I'm like, what?
Oh, bro. I mean, I'm
doing?
not gonna go on, but bro, I told you that. Like one of the guys I teach guitar to, he's like, he's trash, but but he's 448. I'm like, homie, what?
Yeah.
He's like, dude, you're in the 340s. I saw you're you're not that high. I'm like, brother, I would kill you. I would destroy you at God. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. One of my roommates from college, he's been 450 for a while. And he's like, dude, I thought you played. I'm like, oh, shut up, dude.
Yeah. I'm like,
no,
dude, I don't play fucking pubs all day.
Come on, man.
Yeah, don't do me like that.
You don't get it.
That's where I'm at now, but you don't get it, bro.
Yeah.
You're talking to me gold too.
Oh yeah,
Bitch
You're bronze.
Yeah, bronze. Dog
come
shit.
play me.
Yeah, I'm like, don't step to me.
Yeah. But yeah, that'll do it. Thank you everyone for listening to episode 161 of the COD Casuals. Make sure to follow us on anchor.fm/the COD Casuals. We're on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Leave a 5-star rating because it does help us out a ton, and follow us. We're also on Instagram and TikTok, so if you don't want to listen to the whole episode, we post shorts and reels over there, so go check those out. YouTube too. Like, comment, subscribe. 100%. And we do... I'll put it now so I hold myself accountable to it. We have a video coming out for the major. It's just taking me a really long-ass time to edit it.
Just fucking patient. Be fucking patient.
Yeah. So I'm giving myself 2 more weeks.
Yeah. It'll come out.
And
we'll let you know.
I don't know. Well, but
if it doesn't come out,
I'm gonna try. I will try.
If it doesn't come out, no repercussions. It will come out though.
If it doesn't come out, we end the podcast forever.
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, thank you everyone for listening. This has been episode 161 of the COD Casuals. We're your host Justin.
And I'm Mike.
We'll see you guys next week.
Take it easy, everybody.
See ya.